Hello, welcome back. Just wanted to cap off my recap here because this was a very controversial game. Just wanted to address some of the controversy behind that neutral zone infraction that the ACC did admit that they missed against us. I called it from the get-go. I said to my wife, my God, we just got away with a penalty. He's lined up in the neutral zone. If we wind up winning this game, it's going to be all over social media. The refs gave us the game, whatever. I called it. And I didn't even, of course, I didn't know we were going to win yet. But I called it. And I just want to say something. Bad calls are a part of the game. I said it about last year's Georgia game where it appeared that Dan Jackson targeted Haynes King. That targeting gets called. It's a 15-yard penalty, and we presumably win the football game because we just milk the clock. But here's the thing. You can't milk the clock in football. That's just my honest opinion. You have to play to the end. Okay, play until the time runs out or until there's nothing left to do. It's a man's game, always has been, always will be. And you got to play to the end, and that's what we did. And Wake Forest had a lot of opportunities to win that game. Again, 100% respect to Wake Forest. They played a great game. They have a good coach. They prepared for this football game, and they had us beat through the vast majority of it, just like we had Georgia beat the vast majority through that game, but we couldn't hang on. That's just how college football is. You got to hold on to the end. That's what great teams do, and that's what Georgia Tech was able to do. Like I said, I didn't much like the two-point conversion call. I thought they were just going to stuff up the gut and walk away, and Wake Forest was going to rush the field. That's literally what I thought. They called a rollout. I was like, oh, man, just run him out of bounds. Make him throw a bad pass. And he threw a good pass, but it was right to Clayton Powell-Lee, who honestly is my favorite player on the defense. He has always come up with some great plays. So about that whole thing, I just kind of smirk at it because I didn't much like the fumble call in the first half. I didn't think that was a forward pass. I thought it was a fumble. But you know what? We played through it. We didn't just whine and say, that's a bad call. That cost us getting momentum back in the game. And you could argue, well, if that was called, Wake Forest would have got a first down. And you know they're just going to run out the clock. But, I mean, referees are human beings. I mean, you have got to acknowledge that. And I think that a lot of people today, they just think that everything should be automatic. And everything that doesn't go their way is called unfairly. That's kind of the curse of social media, is we're all armchair referees, armchair coaches. We don't know what we would do in that situation. I personally know that I would suck as a referee. Okay, I would not be a very good referee. I'd miss calls, and I would have people, parents, coaches chewing up my butt every single game. I already know. So I feel for these referees, man, that they go through a lot, okay? And I would say the same thing if it went against my team. I'm saying it about the Georgia game. As much as that hurt to lose that game, we did not outlast Georgia. We almost did, but almost isn't good enough. We lost the game, and Wake lost to us. That's just the way it is. So if I'm Wake Forest right now, I'm putting a lot of pride in the fact that we just played a ranked team. We just challenged a ranked team to play to the best of their ability that day to beat us. Wake's a good team. They're going to be bowl eligible. They will make a bowl game. That is my prediction. I think Wake will get maybe 6-7 wins. I'd say they're a solid 6-6, maybe 7-5 team. I think they can do it. The ACC is a very challenging conference, though. So that's why I'm not too high right now as a Tech fan. Being 5-0, 2-0 in the ACC is because the conference is a lot harder than people think it is. It's a minefield. And I think when a lot of people see teams like Duke and Syracuse and NC State, they're like, those are basketball schools. You'll beat them easily. But the thing is, all of those schools have grown in their football programs over the years. All of them have grown. Duke's grown, Syracuse has grown, NC State has grown, Pitt has grown. I mean, no game is going to be easy. It's a competition, okay? And Wake's a good team. And they played well enough to beat us through the vast majority of it. Through the vast majority of that game until third, fourth quarter, we didn't deserve to win that game. Okay, we did, and I'm thankful for it, but there's a lot we got to learn from. Going into the bye week, we always joke that, I think we can beat bye. I think that's a pretty winnable week. I think we can beat bye. And when Jeff Collins was coach, was like, we can't even beat bye. Like, it's kind of a joke. Right? Isn't that funny? So we're on a bye week this week. We can chill out and just have an easy time at home, regroup, practice, and hopefully get better for the matchup against Virginia Tech on October 11th, one of my favorite games of the year. And we very well could be already bowl eligible, and I'll talk more about that going into the VT preview. But I'm just happy that we're 5-0. We've survived, and I just want to admonish all the fans out there: don't let referees dictate how you view the league and how you view your team. There's no conspiracy theory with Georgia Tech and the officials. I mean, if we tried to bribe them for a call, they just laugh at us. I mean, really. There's been many games where we felt that the officiating was not up to par. And no officiating's going to be perfect, I realize that. But there's some that are more corrupt than others. Need I mention the Birmingham Bowl? We all were there. My wife, my daughter, and I, we were all there. We saw the horrendous calls that went into that game. But at the end of the day, Vandy played better than us. We didn't deserve to win that game. We may think we did, but the scoreboard tells another story. So, you got to delight in the wins and you got to learn from the losses. And that's what football is all about. It's a man's game, a man's game, and it teaches you toughness and preparation and discipline. And hopefully the boys are learning that. I think they're locked in. I see their press conferences. I see Key's press conferences. They're all locked in. None of them get ahead of themselves or get overexcited at all. This is the most locked in team I've ever seen. So that's all my thoughts I have. Leave your comments, whatever you would like to say. I'll talk with any one of you. Even if you guys think I'm a moron, I really don't care. Okay? We can talk about that too. But for now, go Jackets.